Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the extended version of today's reading here on Patreon. Thank you so much for tuning in to the reading today. And I'm going to get right into the messages by pulling a few cards from some of my other decks before I get into the Energy Oracle and the traditional tarot. So right as I started shuffling, we got the Abundance card from the Ask Angels deck. And I'm going to pull an emotion card here and also a Starseed Oracle. I don't normally pull from so many different decks at once, but I'm really feeling guided to it today. So of course, from the emotion deck, we have purpose. I know what I am here to do. And I'm going to get one more card from the Starseed Oracle. And this is Empathic Starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So the strongest message coming through here for you, Divine Feminine, is that you are in a state of abundance and going to continue cultivating that abundant energy around yourself that you will begin to and continue to see manifest in your physical reality through whatever you personally consider to be or define as success in your physical life experience. But this abundant energy is deeply linked to your higher soul purpose, with the purpose card coming out here. The more you tap in on that deep level to your true soul purpose, whatever that is for you, and of course, everything physical that we experience or create is inherently spiritual in nature because we are infusing our soul's essence, our core soul frequency into those experiences and into those creations. So your quote unquote purpose, of course, doesn't have to be something that looks traditionally what we think of as spiritual. This could be any way that you are sharing that beautiful frequency of your soul with planet Earth. That could be through music, through writing, through speaking, through helping others in some way. But we also have empathic starseeds. So I feel that whatever this purpose is, it involves as well a very deep degree of feeling and processing energy at a higher level than most people can recognize or understand. And this carries within it both light and shadow aspects. Because as we spoke at the beginning of the first reading, when you are someone who is as energetically sensitive and highly empathic as you are capable of reading and sensing everything at these very deep subconscious levels of your being. And so often you will manifest these emotions or feelings that come from things you are subconsciously picking up on, but consciously you won't be able to necessarily connect where those emotional experiences are coming from or why they are occurring. And that is why I feel that these three cards are coming up here with these messages to remind you that your ability to feel is such a rare gift and a beautiful thing, and not something to fear or judge or try to control about yourself, as others may have at certain points in your life experience tried to do to you. So I'm going to be reshuffling the cards here. Now, if you would like a more specific message from the reading, I do recommend liking the video either here on Patreon or on the YouTube video itself. If you do have a very specific question, you can also set these intentions either out loud within your own mind or in the comments section, as these intentions will help to shape and mold the reading as well. Okay, so let's shift into that masculine energy that came out near the beginning of the first reading. By the way, the link to that first reading for context is in the Patreon post itself. There's something we need to talk about regarding this masculine's physical environment or the people around him, either socially, in the workplace, or for those of you with whom this masculine is already involved romantically in a relationship, perhaps with a karmic, that could be relevant here as well. This is someone or a group of people that is around this particular masculine. I'm getting the number 777 for someone. Okay, so in connection to the people around him or his environment, there is some kind of breakthrough energy. This could be a realization that he's having about these others around him. The garden and the gate upright. So this may be a realization that he needs to pull back and actually set boundaries with some of these people or environments, or protect some of his energy here. And this will be very essential to his continuous healing and growth, I'm seeing. He also may be realizing, I'm hearing, compared to you, Divine Feminine, many people around this masculine have a very limited view either of themselves, of the world, of life generally. And I'm getting the word chatter, like all of that around him is just feeling almost like meaningless chatter compared to your perspective. I also sense that there is something this masculine is deeply admiring at this time in general regarding how you think, Divine Feminine, and not just how you think internally, but how you share and express those thoughts. So I'm not sure if for someone listening here, you've had a deep conversation with this masculine recently. If not, maybe they've seen something that you've shared online, if that's relevant for you. Or for some of you, this could simply be the spiritual connection between you. So maybe something has been shared telepathically or through dreams that is causing this masculine to really admire your abundant mindset. And I don't just mean abundant in terms of physical things or financial things. You have a very open, free mindset and way of living your life. That's really what abundance is at the core. And then, of course, it manifests in many other ways as well. I also see with the solar plexus chakra card that you, Divine Feminine, are someone who has had to overcome all the odds in order to develop a deep sense of confidence within yourself. And you have reached this point where you truly are willing to share your authentic self, regardless of how other people react to it or what other people might think about it. You aren't afraid to be triggering to others. It's like I see you just maintaining this peaceful state of being, this way of being so confidently authentic in a very peaceful manner, not really needing others to react in a certain way in order to validate you, not being afraid of possibly triggering others, but simply being able to see clearly. It's like you're able to see through even other people's triggers. With the third eye chakra reversed in the hostilities card, when you see someone triggered either by you or by some circumstance of their life, it's almost like you can see right through to where the blockage is in their thinking, in their mindset. Now, you may not always choose to communicate this, knowing that in some cases they may not be able to receive whatever you were thinking of sharing with them, but at the same time, you're able to see clearly, you're able to perceive what other people are struggling with and how that causes them to be triggered in certain ways. That's also why you are so open-minded and non-judgmental as well, because you're able to see that people's triggers come from their wounds and from their pain, and you are someone who's very familiar with pain yourself. You've been through a lot of wounding and done a lot of deep shadow work and inner healing on your own being. So because of this, you again are very open-minded with others. You're able to see all sides of a situation or issue and understand why others think the way they think or feel triggered in the way that they do. I'm not sure why. I just keep getting, for someone listening, this may be related to your work or a calling that you're coming into, because I'm seeing that you could be someone who has a very powerful voice in any space that involves helping or assisting or sharing guidance with other people, whether that's through some form of coaching, counseling, caring for others in some way, giving advice. I don't know why I'm picking up on that, but that might be related to some kind of calling that someone here is considering or pursuing. This also could be something that you're already doing, either in a very literal, direct way through your work, or this may be an indirect impact of your work or whatever you're doing in this physical life experience. Okay, so with the man holding a coin reversed, while the masculine here is seeming to be dwelling on or thinking a lot of these admiring thoughts about you, they themselves are realizing that they also have triggers and have wounds. And in the same way, they admire how you, Divine Feminine, can so deeply see and understand other people. They themselves are feeling very understood by you as well. So how is this masculine feeling so understood by you? There's definitely something about his inner child coming up here. Yeah, and potential negative attachments or ideas, limiting belief systems that may have been formed in his childhood. I know this sounds really strange, but it's almost like your presence or your energy, Divine Feminine, is literally healing this masculine's inner child. I'm getting that very strongly here. This does feel like it's happening very subconsciously and automatically. So this may not be something that he's fully aware of, but even if he's not fully consciously aware of the way that your energy is helping him to heal his inner child, he is at the conscious level feeling a kind of warmth from you, a kind of nurturing energy, even if the two of you aren't in communication or aren't seeing each other regularly. There is this warm, nurturing energy that the masculine is feeling from you. And you may be sensing this taking place as well, Divine Feminine. This is going to be so specific to probably just one or two people. But for someone listening, recently, you've actually either just randomly during the day or in meditation gotten flashbacks to this masculine's past or to his childhood. So you've either kind of like seen his younger self in your mind's eye, or maybe begun randomly wondering about something from his far past, like childhood. If this is for you, again, this is probably only for a few people. If this is for you, this is a very strong sign that you are picking up on the fact that your energy is in some way assisting in the healing of inner child wounds within this masculine, and that he is consciously feeling that warmth and feeling that nurturing. Okay, so what else is this masculine thinking or feeling? Okay, so something very striking about your connection to the masculine here is he is unable to hide the truth from you. Even though at times there does seem to be this mask that he might put on, you can see right through it, and he knows you're seeing right through it. So in essence, there really is no mask, even when he is trying to put one on symbolically, because both parties involved are aware of the truth and aware that the other knows the truth as well. And I see that with the Patience card. In time, this will become more and more evident to him, his inability to hide anything from you. In fact, many times when the two of you are speaking, this masculine finds himself saying things almost accidentally. You may pick up on this as well, where he will just share something he's thinking or feeling in a way that looks very random or impulsive and might even surprise him himself. He might wonder, why did I say that? Or why did I share that information? But it's because of the energy. It's because he knows that you already see right through him and therefore feels comfortable just naturally and almost accidentally sharing these parts and pieces of himself that he typically would not share with anyone else. Now, I want to see some future timeline potentials for this connection. So, we're going to actually go to the traditional tarot for this. Of course, these are simply timeline potentials. So I'm reading how things may unfold according to the dominant energies coming through right now. But everything is malleable and shifting. And of course, you are the conscious creator of your life. So you can choose to align with any future timeline that you desire. Okay, so the first card to come out here is the Eight of Wands. Now, interestingly, this card is giving me mixed signal energy. It seems to be flipping around, like upright and then reversed and then upright, telling me that you may feel as though it's like a stop and go kind of energy. You might feel as though things are moving forward very fast and then suddenly kind of stopping off. And if you hold on too tightly to those in the moment shifts, you may begin to question yourself or to doubt or to even feel anxious. That's why for your part, Divine Feminine, you're really being asked by the guides to surrender, to not attach too heavily to whether things appear to be moving forward in the moment or not, because I do see an overall trajectory of this progressing in a very positive way, but attaching too greatly to those minute shifts from moment to moment or day to day can actually cause you to overthink and weigh down the energy, so to speak. The second card to come up here is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is the overall energy. So overall, the passion is building. So regardless of those slight changes from day to day, know that overall, moving into the future, this masculine is coming up as the Knight of Wands, as someone who is feeling extremely passionate towards you, wanting to take action towards you. They're also feeling very energized by this connection. I know that sounds like a very strange way to describe it, but it's like I'm hearing them say, you've brought new energy into my life. And that's almost something that they're becoming a little bit addicted to here, the way that you make them feel so alive. With the Three of Cups card, this represents very happy times. So I'm getting specifically, if there are plans for the two of you to meet up or come together in some way, know that this will be a very positive time for the both of you. Once again, I'm hearing guidance for the Divine Feminine to really, again, allow yourself to be focusing on that lower chakra energy, staying grounded, focusing on your own self, your self-care, your self-love, also really living in the moment, allowing yourself to move with the flow of life instead of attaching too much to anything happening here, moment to moment, or getting too in your head. With the Two of Swords, though, I see that there may be some kind of decision to be made moving into the future. So I get the energy like there are going to be these happy times here that the two of you will spend together, or opportunities to meet up or spend time together. But ultimately, this is leading or building to some kind of a difficult decision with the Two of Swords. What is this difficult decision coming up here? Wow, whether we are going to fully bridge this disconnect or this separation with the Two of Cups reversed. I almost feel like someone ultimately is going to have to take some kind of leap here if this is going to be brought together for the long term. Can I get a clarification on this decision or this leap being made? Okay, we have the Star card. So this is about peace, calm, rejuvenation. Also, this indicates a highly spiritual aspect to this decision as well. Essentially, I feel the decision that is going to have to be made, although it involves both parties physically speaking, the deeper decision is actually at the root, the decision to align with one's higher version of self. And what I'm hearing here is, while it may look like there are these difficult decisions that come up in the physical in the future between you, know that the true decision to be made is the decision to follow your instincts, to follow your intuition, and to remain aligned with what you feel to be your soul's highest path, whatever that is for you. And I'm hearing that as you do follow that intuition and as you allow yourself to align with what you feel to be right in your soul, that will automatically lead to the most harmonious outcomes for everyone involved in this particular connection as well, whatever that means for you personally. So I really hope that was helpful here. I am going to be shifting into the secondary masculine energy that came out near the end of the first reading. I said that particular masculine was coming up as the Emperor, so this could be the healed version of this same physical masculine. For others of you, this could be an entirely different person. So take this as it resonates. But I do want to know more about that Emperor masculine. Who is that Emperor? Okay, we have the crown chakra reversed. Why am I getting the reversed crown chakra energy? Okay, so we have caring connections and indecision reversed. So this is someone who shows you a lot of care and affection in the physical world. They're very open, vocal, visible about how they feel towards you, and very decisive about you as well. This is someone who is a very good decision maker. So they make decisions quickly and they really stick to their decisions. They have a lot of strong leadership qualities here. So this could be someone in a leadership role at their work. They may have their own business or work for themselves in some way, but this really feels like someone who is a leader. Now, it's interesting that we're getting that crown chakra energy reversed here. I do feel with the envy card reversed that this person feels really deeply fulfilled around you. Again, there is just this vibe of certainty that they know what they want and they know that that is you. With the crown chakra reversed, we're also getting victory. So some kind of major breakthrough here seems to be coming up or opening up for the both of you. Perhaps this is an opportunity to move things forward. I feel as though it's like this Wheel of Fortune energy, Divine Feminine, almost as though you're going to be presented with some kind of offer or opportunity from this particular person. Now, I do see with the crown chakra reversed that this won't be for everyone, but for some people listening, while this Emperor seems extremely decisive about you and is showing you all this love and care, you may be feeling a little bit restless here or a little uncertain simply because with the crown chakra reversed, you may have already been involved in a highly spiritual connection with someone else. So you may feel as though you have a choice to make here with the Two of Swords in the upright position and also the Two of Cups reversed. It's almost as though you feel as though your heart and soul is with a particular masculine that you share a really strong soul bond with, but that masculine may not be the one at this time showing you this level of certainty and love and care and support in the physical world. So this may be putting you in that Two of Swords kind of stalemate energy, feeling a bit torn within yourself. This is a very complex energy. And again, those messages won't necessarily apply for everyone here. So only take that if it's connecting with you. But I do see that you are coming up as the Queen of Pentacles. And regardless of what choices or decisions you make here, I see that your guides want you to remember that the best choice you can make is to continue cultivating that Queen of Pentacles energy, stabilizing yourself in that sense of thriving and abundance, really building your empire, whatever that is for you personally, focusing on your own vision and allowing these connections and situations to mold and align themselves around whatever that vision is. I have to say that with the High Priestess reversed, there may be someone here, this won't be for everyone, but this may be one of these two masculine options or someone else who, when you're around them, you may actually feel a little disconnected from your higher spiritual self or your own intuition. It's almost like even if the connection looks right on the surface, you notice that after spending time around this person, you feel a bit energetically depleted, or you have trouble connecting with your own higher self or with that highly intuitive space within yourself. You also might find that one of the masculines coming up here in this reading, or this could be referring to someone else entering your life or who is in your life, who, again, on the surface, things may look fine, but beneath the surface, you don't really feel honored and respected for who you really are on a spiritual level. I'm hearing, I feel like they love my human self, but not my spiritual self, not who I really am at the soul, which again, I know sounds really strange. It's difficult to even find the words to describe the very complex energy coming up here. And again, that won't be for everyone, but I am hearing to pay attention to those feelings and to allow yourself to gravitate towards those who really see you and admire you and honor you, not just on that human level, even on that level of personality, as we say, but that deeper core soul level as well. Okay, so I'm going to be reshuffling the cards here. I want to know any future timeline potentials, specifically regarding that Emperor energy. So what are some future timeline potentials here? Naturally, we have all tied up because, as I said, this person who wants to give you a lot of love, care, and affection may put you in a position where you're feeling a little bit stuck or as though your hands are tied, unsure what to choose here or which direction to take. You may be very in your head about this as well. Ultimately, with the walking away card in the reverse position, I'm hearing that you may be thinking heavily about whether or not to walk away from a particular person or situation. It's almost like if you are to choose fully this Emperor, you may have to walk away from something else, or vice versa, that you might have to walk away from this person in order to choose something else. I am hearing a very strong message of allowing yourself to enjoy being loved and being cared for and supported. This is actually part of that lower chakra activation and integration that we were discussing in the first reading, as we said that a lot of your dominant focus in this life thus far has been related to the upper three chakras, but you are really being guided to solidify and ground yourself in the lower three chakras. And with the Caring Connections card, really allowing yourself to be loved, to be supported for your physical human self is so essential at this time, and something that you may have denied yourself in the past. I do see that I'm hearing give things a chance to grow and allow time to reveal what they are. It's almost like some of the connections that might be coming up for you could be sort of like seeds in the ground where you may not know what's been planted until it has a chance to grow and reveal itself to you above the surface. With the Patience card, I'm also getting the message of not allowing others to pressure you or to coerce you into aligning with their timelines and their expectations and deadlines, but to really continue to allow yourself to be guided through your own intuition and by your own soul. So, wow, very powerful messages coming up in the reading today. I really hope these messages reached whoever needed to hear them. I am going to close this Patreon reading with one final Rumi Oracle card. So, what is one final message for the beautiful souls tuned into the reading today? Sacred convergence. It's interesting. This is the number 11 card. And of course, we're in the 11th month now as well. The guidebook says, sacred convergence indicates a coming together of souls in alignment with a greater cause. This greater cause is both personal and impersonal. There is an aspect of joining together for a common purpose, although that purpose may not be immediately obvious at a level of day-to-day consciousness. That common soul purpose may be to lift each other into greater love and self-belief, to shed fear and open the heart, filling each individual soul with more holy fire for its personal, passionate purpose. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Thank you so much again for being here. I am sending you all huge amounts of love and light energy today. Have a beautiful remainder of your day and weekend, and I will connect with you here again in Monday's Patreon reading.